front of the corn palace, and there's this guy just hitting people left and right.
Yeah, blue shirt. We're at.
He's hit like 3 people already. And he's hitting more, and he's hurting people's wrists, and right out front, like right in front, directly in front, on the crosswalk. Oh my God.
They're awkward and weird. What? Cha-cha-cheetah. Free-wheel bicycle.
Ooh, welcome to another bonus episode of your favorite podcast, Three-Wheel Bicycle Podcast, to be exact. I'm glad once I hit the record, the dog starts barking. Either or, like I said, this is another little bonus episode. When I was traveling back home to Mitchell, South Dakota for the wonderful arts in the park, got a little bored and just hit record and just let it go. And after that, there's a cool little conversation with a good friend of mine, old friend of mine, haven't seen in 15 years to be exact. It's been a long time we catched up. He gives you the insight on some pretty cool pheasant hunting stuff. He does butchering. We dig into, so apparently the emus took over the Australian Army at one point in time. We dig into that and just a bunch of other random cool stuff. It is a little bit longer of an episode, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you get a laugh, possibly learn something, either or. All unedited, uncut. I don't really remember a whole lot of this conversation. There's just a few things that pop out due to this was recorded almost a week ago. But either or, I'm just going to shut up. And, yeah, we're going to dive into it. All right. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but welcome to Three-Wheel Bicycle Podcast. Traveling. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If not, it's whatever. It's whatever. Yep. Anyway, cruising to Platte, South Dakota for the evening. Cruising on I-25, heading east. Rolling solo. Hopefully, well, I'm not going to say hopefully because I know it's going to be. Platte, South Dakota has been their 125th anniversary as a town, which is pretty amazing, to be quite honest with you, and very cool. My grandparents lived there for a number of years, so that's pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. Yep, just cruising, getting amped up for this arts in the park and this little event thing that's going on this evening. I was informed I might be able to sell some artwork down there. So hopefully that's a thing. If it is, heck yeah. If not, hey, that's all right too. Yeah. Cruising along, there's a Saab. Good looking Saab. Gray in color. Older gentleman driving. Oh man. Where's the latest trip that you have taken? Or have drove, I guess. I can't really say much because I know there's a lot of truck drivers out there. drive a lot longer. Many more hours. I left Casper, I think it was about 10:45, 11 this morning. It's currently 3:49. I'm going to be changing time zones, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to be time traveling to the future. Yeah. Hour ahead. 1 hour ahead. Hopefully, I gotta quit saying hopefully. I know it's gonna be okay. Make it there before all the fun stuff happens. I'm gonna go see if the old man wants to roll with me down there. I don't really know if he's gonna want to or not, but either or, it's gonna be a fun time. Can't wait to see a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a year or so. I seen that there was supposed to be like a band or something going on till 11, but I don't remember the name. The little schedule was shot to me via Snapchat this morning. Shout out to Colin Duffy. Gonna hit him up once we get down there too. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Let's see. Looks like I'm coming up on. Oh, this is one of the spots I was wanting to check out. But next time when the family is with. It's the Old Town. 1880 Old Town. Never been. Can't even tell you how many times I've drove past this damn thing. Looks really cool. You can Google it. I'm sure there's pictures of it. It's a Western adventure. There's gas, snacks, and souvenirs, folks. And it's pet friendly. Live shows. Welcome, truckers. Oversized parking. Available. 50s train. That's pretty cool stuff. That's just what the billboard was saying, by the way. I wonder if this is still recording. It is still recording. So that's good. Looks like we have rolling up on some metal art off to the left. Ooh, we got some big steers out there. Looking pretty mean. Yeah, then we got a T-Rex that is being walked by a skeleton with a leash. That's pretty interesting. Shout out to whoever made that. Yeah, it says Sioux Falls is 229 miles away. That's quite a ways. Not going there though. I'm not hitting Sioux Falls. Farthest we're going is Mitchell, South Dakota. That's right. My hometown. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some people. Maybe I'll just do something like this. Once we're at Arts in the Park and everything, maybe I'll try to get the mayor to hop on. I don't know, just super excited, you know. I got geared up for this all year. Super bummed the family couldn't come around. This time around, sorry. And yeah, because we had just been planning it, but you know how work goes sometimes. And it was kind of a crucial thing to. She couldn't really leave, but that's all right. There'll always be next year. I got close to almost 100 paintings, I believe, with me. Some new. I don't really think I brought any. Oh, I did bring some of the older stuff. Not too much, though. I mean, the van's already pretty packed with stuff. Shout out to 10 for 10, too, by the way. Graciously hooked me up with some CDs. I'm going to try to get some of those sold in Mitchell for them. Mitchell flooded with some 10 for 10. My artwork's actually on the cover too, which is really cool. So it's like a cross promotion type thing, you know what I mean? I always like looking out for everybody, as much as I possibly can, in hopes that they do the same. And tell you what, they've always held it down as far as the podcast or just the artwork in general. Looks like we got vehicles coming at us pretty fast. Ooh, we got half a double wide that's going down. There's the other half going down I-20, not I-20, I-90. Sorry, we just switched time zones. That's probably what got me confused right there. I feel weird already. Usually at an elevation of 5150 down on the flat land, as they say. I hate that, but I hate they say that. It's flat land. I guess it is true, but either or. It's beautiful. I've been seeing a bunch of round bales. Oh man, cornfields like you wouldn't believe. Love that stuff. I can't wait to get out on the farm. Not gonna hear too many sirens or anything like that. Luckily, while we've been recording some of the episodes, due to the quality of the equipment and stuff, you can't really hear some of the sirens in the background. But sometimes it gets pretty overwhelming and it gets old listening to it. So yeah, nice little quiet drive. Got tired of listening to the podcast. No offense to any of them. Just podcast burnt out. Like I said, I've been on the road for a little while. Turned some music on. Wi-Fi doesn't work very well. Not Wi-Fi, but the signal, I guess, especially when you're going through Wyoming. Ran into a little bit of construction, not too much. Pretty cool there through Midwest and everything there. Or outside of Midwest. They're widening the road. Man. Talking too fast. I had a big old cup of coffee earlier. Now I'm on a big old thing of Red Bull. I need to quit the caffeine so much. But excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, was up, I didn't stay up too late last night. Usually do. Got everything loaded up in the van. That was less stressful than it was the previous year due to the fact that there was a roofing company in their trailer was in our driveway, which we were very grateful, obviously, to having a roof and everything, but it was just kind of stressful. They had a bunch of shit just all over, and I had to walk over that. But anyway, those are the wonderful struggles, I guess. Leaps and bounds, I guess, to be a vendor at Arts in the Park. You got to go through some things. Oh, man. But yeah, I got everything loaded up. Just kind of chilled out. John from 10 for 10 came over. Hooked me up with some of those CDs. Like I said, we had some good conversation. So it was good chat with both of those fellas. Hopefully, see, there I go with that crap again. They got a show tonight at Oil City Beer Company with a band from the Dominican Republic. I don't really remember the name of it right now due to the fact that I don't really have any notes or anything in front of me. I'm just buzzing down the highway. Talking, rambling, drifting along I-90. But yeah, like I said, they play tonight. I'm sure that's going to be pretty sweet. I know he was pretty excited to play, especially meet that other band too. I I believe they're going to be releasing like a tour and stuff. He was telling me some of the dates last night. I'm not going to say, but that'll come out at some point in time. I guess just check out their Facebook page, 10 for 10. Also, yeah, another thing, go check out Vanderheiden Design on any of the social media platforms. If you got a pen and paper, maybe even a number 2 pencil, the spelling is VANDERHEIDEN, Design. I guess, yep, haven't been doing the podcast because obviously I've been grinding pretty hard at this show, which is going to be amazing. Talked to the Casper Planet guy. Should be having a show with them coming up, hopefully in the next week or so. So that'll be pretty interesting. Just get him down, chit chat with him a little bit. You can probably hear big old truck. We're gonna go past another one. There's a guy riding my fucking ass too. I'm doing 79. All right. Oh, sweet. The real General Lee in Murdo. 10 miles ahead. That was another thing I want to do. Someone from Arizona. Arizona. Never been. Never been. Ooh, there's some sort of... oh, that's pretty cool. Yep, still cruising. Still cruising. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Casper Planet. We'll be having a show with them too. I'm not sure exactly when the date's gonna be, but we'll put that on the Facebook page. Even though nobody interacts with that shit anymore, except for there's a couple of you. Totally appreciate it too. So I guess I shouldn't say nobody interacts with that because that's a lie. But the couple that do totally appreciate you. It actually kind of helps, everything gets shown because, I mean, we just kind of try to help, support each other. Support, that's the biggest thing. That's how these things just keep going, you know what I mean? Take a shot of Red Bull here. Got one of them 20-ouncers. Big suckers. Stopped in Rapid, got some gas. That was kind of neat. Ran into an old friend at the gas station and asked if I was going to Arts in the Park. And I was like, oh, you betcha. And, yeah. So, pretty cool stuff. Super excited for the weekend. Like I said previously, I'm not going to continuously repeat myself. Try not to anyway. Yep, just been having mostly after the old internet signal just kept going in and out, which is, irritating. You can never go wrong with the old AM radio. It's had that bad boy going. A lot of, even though there is like static and stuff, it is kind of, I don't know. It's one thing I always liked about radio and stuff, like there's like that static because it's coming over the airwaves, you know what I mean? it's just something very interesting. It's just like out there. You know what I mean? That's another thing I need to quit saying. You know what I mean? Of course you do. If you don't, I guess, well, then just think about it, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully you get a laugh. Maybe learn something from this podcast. If you don't, I apologize. Yeah. Lots of corn. Loving it. Loving the corn. Even though you can't really see it, which is kind of a bummer for y'all, I guess. I would video while I was doing this too, but I'm sure someone's gonna bitch. Someone would complain if I got put out on YouTube or something, you know what I mean? Or once the episode, or I guess video, got uploaded. I am hands-free too, by the way. My hands are on the wheel. Hands are on the wheel. I got my and one slides on. Nice and cool in here. Currently it's 91 degrees, it says, according to the van. I'm sure it's pretty humid once we get out. Ooh, you can get yourself a free hot breakfast at the Best Western. Exit 191. You know, there was this one time, it was quite a few years ago, I guess. We came back here for, I think it was Thanksgiving, and it was horrible. The storm that blew through was just insane. The roads were closed, black ice, and if anybody has drove on that, you know how scary that shit is. One time when I was in Gillette, just out of nowhere, and I mean, I wasn't speeding or anything, that shit threw me in the ditch. That was super scary. But, so when we were coming back, you know, with the roads closed and everything, and it's even more stressful with, you know, having family with. And shout out to Jake. They were in Watertown, I believe. Well, we ended up meeting in Chamberlain. We stayed the night. We all stayed the night at the hotel, had a good old time. And we took off after that. I want to say I talked about that, or this, once on the podcast. I think I did. But the kid got fired because he couldn't make it home from his job, even though you could tell that the interstate was closed due to shitty weather. I mean, pretty sad, but I guess that's the kind of world we live in nowadays. It looks like we are coming up on, I think, Murdo. Maybe. Maybe, I am not sure. I want to say yes. It is Murdo. I'm not sure how many miles got left till we get to Platte. Ooh, the Rosebud Casino. Loose slots. Ooh, loose slots. Yep, it is Murdo. Rosebud Sioux Tribal Quarters. Shit, yeah. I was in jail and prison with a lot of those boys from the Yankton Sioux Tribe. A lot of good dudes. Well, once they got to know you, that is. Yeah. There's the Pioneer Auto Museum, where they got the General Lee. Something else that is one to hit, but well, looks like we're coming up on an oversized load. It's a pretty decent sized boat too. Probably taking that son of a bitch to the Missouri River. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh man. We are rocking and rolling. See, I bet you couldn't even hear that semi. I know you probably could on that other one. I guess we were going uphill though, but either or. And here we go. Yep, getting a little hungry. Probably should have grabbed something when I was stopped back there in Kadoka. Got a small bladder now, I think. Chamberlain and Owakoma. I'm just joking. That's not how it's pronounced. Okoma. Remember that one time we were driving back here, and that's how Jessica had said it. It was pretty funny. One of those things you had to be there, you know what I mean? Owakoma. Oh yeah, ooh, nice field full of some round bales. Beautiful round bales, by the way. Beautiful. Well, I think I'm just going to shut this off for now. I don't know how long I've been talking, but just been talking. Talking. I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. Not that because I'm sick. I got laryngitis. My tooth has been hurting like a mofo. I think I'm starting to become abscessed. That's another thing I need to do. I need to call down there again. I keep forgetting that. Oh, how can you just forget? How could you just forget? I got so much shit constantly running through my mind. I mean, I deal with pain enough with my hip, you know what I mean? You just kind of tune it out, I guess. Tune it out and slam Keystone lights. Well, I guess not so much Keystone. Damn, that was a nice CRF. It was a nice CRF. Looked like a 250 or 450. But yeah, now I guess the Bush Lights, the Bush Lattes, because they got the farm rescue going on. Proceeds go to the farm rescue, which is pretty sweet. We need to put more into our agriculture. More into the agriculture. Dang, that was a big old raccoon on the side of the road. Hoofda. But anywho, alright, well, hey, y'all have, yeah, hopefully you got something out of this. If not, hey, I apologize for taking up your time. Maybe I'll try to get some other stuff on here. Maybe this won't even transfer to the computer once I get back to the house. I don't know. We'll see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hey, it took up a little bit of time. So, I don't mind. Peace. Damn, that was almost a half hour. Holy moly. Oh, here we go. We're going. We're recording. Hell yeah. Well, this is part 2. It is, let's see, sitting at 10:24 out on the Vanderheiden farm. Rob, longtime listener, he's out on the porch here. We're talking about pheasant hunting. He cuts up them pheasant breasts.
You cut them pheasant titties and throw them in a vacuum seal bag and package them up.
How many birds did you say that you cleaned last year?
4,111. 12. One of those.
Holy moly.
Over 4,100.
we're just gonna set this right here. I'm sure it's gonna pick it up. It's gonna pick it up. We don't have a lot of noise out here, which is amazing. Yeah, I love it, dude. In Casper, well, live by that kind of busy street, and all it is
Cars, sirens.
Sirens.
All screw that.
Yeah.
Don't want to live there. I couldn't do it.
I mean, it does have its perks.
Being closer to better shopping, better. I'm sure better jobs and
yeah,
closer to people. But I'm one of those that I don't like to be around a lot of people, man. I used to rock with people, but it's starting to one of those things that I'd rather just sit with my family or friends.
Yeah.
A friend, not a bunch, a whole. Yeah.
Remember what I said when I left the carnival? I was like, "Hey, man, get the 12-pack, gonna sit on the porch."
Yeah, I told the wife that, and she's like, "Okay, don't forget you gotta wake up and go feed dogs in the morning." I was like, "Yeah, I suppose."
Oh, so you got some dogs and stuff. Too.
Yeah, for the hunting lodge.
Heck yeah.
South Dakota ringnecks.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Dude, that's dope as shit, man.
South Dakota ringnecks.
So that's your company.
That's the company. That's Joe. Take it off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's pretty badass. So you just clean birds pretty much all year. Well, not all year, obviously.
No, during the spring and summer months, and then early fall, it's mostly just gearing up and getting ready to bring the hunters in.
Yeah.
Because once the hunters come in, then that's, that's where I shine and make the most of my money is cleaning those birds. You can make a lot of money in a short amount of time.
I bet, man. Because nobody wants to do that. They just want to eat.
There's a few people that like Brooks Copal. I think he started doing it.
Okay.
And there's a couple other people. There's a couple other people that quit last year, which brought me a lot more people to.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because I was averaging like 3,000, 3,200 birds for the first 5-6 years, and then last year it was over 4,000 and blew me away.
So what's the limit?
Daily limit is 3. Possession limit after 5 days, you can have 15 birds per person. Unless you're hunting on a preserve. Then you can have up to 15 birds a day. And then your possession limit's like almost unlimited. As long as it's got tags.
Gotcha. So what's the difference from preserve land and the other land?
The other land would be it public or private land. Preserve land, you're paying the taxes for it. You're paying extra money.
I just want to let you know you are the first person on this podcast to talk about pheasant hunting, and I fucking love it.
But preserve, you got to pay the money to become a preserve, and you're not allowed to really farm that land. You got to turn it back into it's a farmer giving his land to game fish and parks, paying taxes on it. And the game fish and parks tells you, hey, you can plant this many acres. So we got several different little 10-acre food plots. Now we plant corn or milo or last year it was corn and what was it? Canola.
Okay.
And this year it's all milo. It's just on all these little 10-acre food plots.
I gotcha.
But the rest has to stay grassland for pheasants to thrive.
Okay. Yeah.
Part of the game fish and park things. And any bird you shoot off of it, it's got to have a tag. So to say, hey, I shot this off of preserve land.
So let's say somebody, how would one know if they had a tag on their pheasant? You tag it after you shoot it. Okay.
We release just plain birds.
Plain birds.
We just released plain birds. Or you know, this year we had a hell of a hatch, so there's going to be a lot of native birds.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of babies out there right now. And anyways, but for every bird you shoot, you got to release 2 birds. But when you shoot one, you got to tag it, and it's just last year it was a white tag. You know, every year it's a different colored tag.
Oh, okay.
But you know, but when you shoot it, you got to tag it so that way, if you come and get checked by Game Fish and Parks, it's like, oh, this is a preserved bird. Let's say you got 5 birds and you're only hunting with 1 person. You know, they got to have a tag.
Gotcha.
Because you can shoot over your limit on preserve as long as it's tagged. If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe turned all his farmland, turned it all into preserve, and that's the way he, you know, he guides his people through mostly preserved land, and you know he guides a lot of hunters.
Yeah.
You know, a few thousand hunters a year.
How would one go about, you know, getting on the preserve?
You'd have to
getting on that bus.
Get a hold of Joe or myself, and we, you know, if you can't get a hold of Joe, I have to get out his number, but you know, it's call him up and he'll book you. I mean, we got enough places to sleep several, I don't know, 25, 30 people. We got enough places for that many people to sleep.
Heck yeah.
You know, the 3 groups of 10, or you know, so a lot of people, they'll stay in town at a motel, even, and drive out, and then it saves them a little extra money a night.
But they still got to get their birds cleaned.
Yeah, they still got to some do it themselves, but it sure is a mess.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, when I clean my birds, I flay them out, flay the breasts out, and there's no feathers. I wash them off, clean them up, throw them in a vacuum sealed bag, package them in a box, 3 birds per box, and I can guarantee you can open the bag up and throw them right on the frying pan.
Damn.
So
I haven't had pheasant in a long time. That's another thing. That's another thing that cracks me up.
Nobody ever talks about the pheasant parts, though. And you clean birds one night, that next day you're fucking smelling like a pheasant.
Dude, I remember going out to the fucking hog farms.
Oh.
Come out of there smelling like... You wouldn't even have to be in there that long.
No. No, I spent the better part of a decade doing that. And then I got the rest of my time I spent either a few years building houses, but I also spent 10 years as a butcher, 11 years.
Oh yeah, that's right. You worked at the locker.
Yeah. So I know what I'm doing when I'm cleaning shit. So.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And we can clean. I think last year we hit 33 birds an hour. Clean, packaged, ready to go.
33 birds in an hour.
Yep. And I charge $6 a bird.
So how fast do you think you clean one bird
in? Maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
just under 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes. Rested and cleaned and ready to go. Ready to go in the package. Pretty quick.
Yeah.
When we first started, I was doing them probably 10 birds an hour. You know, and over the past 6-7 years, it's been just gradually gotten to do it, and it's now it's like
clockwork.
I'll start on one batch, and it's gone. No, it's good. But yeah, but I sent my sister Sam My wife Katie, they help out there too.
Oh yeah.
My daughter comes out and builds boxes for us, so that takes time too. Because when we get the boxes, they come flat, so you got to fold the boxes, all the boxes up. You know, we order 4,000 boxes a year, so.
Holy moly!
So you know, having to reconstruct the boxes and fold them up. Yeah, it's just like a pizza joint. You know, if you've ever worked at a pizza joint. Oh, they always have to fold their boxes in any place, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because they come in flats, so. But yeah, got a nice little vacuum sealer in there, Hobart. Yeah, that's probably what takes the longest, is vacuum sealing them.
I gotcha.
Because you got to wait 40 seconds. You know, when you put you can put 2 packages in there, you know, 2 birds, but you got to wait 40 seconds for it to get done. Well, and that's sad when that's what takes the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always something. Oh man.
Throw them in, and we got 4 freezers. Started out with 1 freezer. We're up to 4 freezers, making sure and we got plenty of frozen birds. Because sometimes people want to swap birds.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we go out and do a hunt of our own at the beginning of the year, and we end up with like, I don't know, last year we had 81 birds, and I cleaned those birds and froze them, and hunters that want to hunt the day they leave, so let's say their flight's not until 3 o'clock in Sioux Falls, they'll hunt until noon, you know, and get as many birds as they can. Well, I can't have them birds froze that quick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll swap them, the birds that I got frozen, for their birds, and those replace. It's just a swap.
Yeah. That's pretty cool you do that. It's pretty generous.
Brings people back.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Because yeah, there's a lot of guys still like to hunt on the day they leave, and some guys are like, well, the first year I did it, guys were saying, well, we hunted, but we cleaned our own birds, but they're not going to be froze. Are they going to be okay on ice? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, how long are you driving or flying? You know, it's a whole.
Oh shit, that's another. Hey, that's another.
On a flight, you can take our boxes on the flight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So how long does, if someone would take one on a flight, how long would the pheasant be good for?
I've had flights, people say it's lasted just fine up to 12 hours.
Oh wow.
If they pack them good.
Well, that's fucking pretty impressive.
I mean, I've had guys from Hawaii come, and they take their birds back to Hawaii.
Oh damn.
On the flight.
Well, they hope they enjoyed it. I bet they did.
Well, if you live in Hawaii, you'll be able to afford it pretty much. I mean, really. If you're flying from Hawaii to come shoot birds, I'm pretty sure
Very
you can.
true. Yeah.
I'm sure you can afford the little bit extra to make sure they're good and solid. And yeah.
That's very true.
We've also had guys not want to bring their birds back with them, and we'll mail them. You know, as long as they pay the shipping.
Oh, that's
we'll
cool.
mail them to them. So we've had that happen too.
That's pretty cool, man. Accommodating to everybody.
Brings people back.
Yes, sir.
Lots and lots of repeat customers.
Good customer service is always good. Unless you're an asshole.
I can be an asshole if they're.
I'm on the same. Yeah.
If they're not very decent people, I can be an asshole.
Yeah.
But yet they still show up the next year because I call them out in their shit or something.
Shit, yeah. And obviously you did a good job cleaning their fucking birds.
I've had to chew a few hunters out. Like, oh yeah, or what really bothers me, the hunters that bring in birds that are shot to shit. Fucking where you can see through it like Swiss cheese. Well, if it's falling apart, you just throw that bird away, man. There's no saving it. If they're shot that bad, yeah. Depends. It depends on the people. Yeah, it's one. If they come hunting off of our preserve or out of our lodge, I'll swap them out.
Yeah.
Regardless, because they paid for the bird, so they're gonna shoot.
Oh yeah.
If it's somebody that's hunting public or somebody else's private land, I'll tell them, hey, dude, you had this bird that's there's unsalvageable.
Yeah.
And they understand. Because when you pick it up, you can usually tell if they're.
If it's shot to shit.
I've had birds come in still fucking alive too.
Oh damn.
Dude. You get down into the bucket and you grab a bird and it looks at you. You're like, holy shit. My sister pissed her pants last year. She reached down and grabbed a bird and it started flopping. It was like, oh! So fucking son of a bitch! Yeah, that's always a good time too. They'll play possum until the very last minute. Yeah, and every year you get 2 or 3 live birds still coming through.
Yeah.
It hits the ground knocked out or whatever, and the hunter, the dog gets it, and he puts it in his pouch and throws it in a pile, and it'll lay there. I've had hunters come up, start counting out their birds, and they're like, man, I swore we had 33, but I only counted 32. Well, one probably was alive.
Yeah. Got the fuck out of there.
Yeah. And that's always funny.
Made his escape.
Yeah, we got our limit. Okay, group of 11 guys, 33 birds. And that was, there's the first couple of years I didn't count them out. Out of the back of their pickups or wherever they kept them. And there was some times where they'd say, hey, I brought in this many birds, but I only got this many back. And I'm like, so after that, it was like, count every bird.
Yeah, yep.
For that group. And then you can tell them, hey, this is how many birds you got. You can't tell me any other.
Yeah.
Because I count them twice. Once when I put them in the bucket, and once when I cut them.
That's like when I was doing the appliance shit,
yeah,
and fucking going into people's houses, and they'd be like, "Oh well, yeah, bad experience." But after that bad experience, my fucking service manager was like, "Stevie, take pictures of everything, so that way they can't say anything." Yeah. Oh, you fucked up my laminate floor. No, I didn't, bitch. It was already fucked up before I got there.
There's the picture to prove it. And date and time.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I was here on this day. This happened way before I started.
And you know what else is crazy is on this little service ticket here, it says that you was going to be home at 10 o'clock, and then when I got to your house, and then when I took the pic, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, a lot of people suck, dude.
A lot of people suck.
You want another one of these? You get it.
Yeah, I'll take one more.
For the farmers.
For the farmers. Farm rescue.
That's right. I'm usually a Keystone Light guy.
Well, I've got my reserves. I sure like the bush apple when it's out, and that disappointed me when they quit making it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I do like the bush apple, man. I can go through that shit like it's water.
Yeah.
And then they did the bush peach.
Yep, I see that. Didn't try it.
Now I seen they have bush lime.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like a watered down Corona. Have you ever had the Bud Light lime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's watered down.
Yeah. I can't. What was that one apple shit that was like a big trend there for a while?
Red's Apple Ale?
Yeah, dude.
That shit gives you gut right. Oh, makes a ball in your stomach. A rock sit there.
Well, yeah. This fucking. We got a hot mic, but I'm not gonna mention any names, but one of Alicia's ex-boyfriends. When he was rocking, kind of question your sexuality right now. Dude, have you tried these? These are, you know what? I'll go in the fridge and grab an apple. Eat it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The bush apple is definitely something to behold. That was
Really?
It was
I
tasty.
never tried it. The only one I did was that fucking red apples ale shit. And yeah, I was like, just like you were saying, fucking
Gut rot.
Yeah, dude.
After the first two, it's like that Mike's Hard Lemonade. Like,
Oh.
Man, rotten ass.
I could already feel heartburn.
Yes. Yeah. Getting old when you know. You're getting old when you can talk about your beers and be like, heartburn, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
I
All right,
can't-
let's take it back a little farther. When's the last time you had Captain Morgan? Oh.
Last time I had Captain Morgan, it was
I almost want to puke.
with my old lady, and she mixed it with orange juice.
I gotcha.
And it was like,
Not bad.
it was very tasty.
Really?
Yeah, I was you know, she was talking, always kept talking about Morgan and orange juice, Morgan and orange juice. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that anymore, man.
Yeah.
You know, and she made me try it one time out at the bar. I don't know, it was some, maybe anniversary or something.
Yeah.
And she made me try it, and I'm like, well, fuck, that's not bad at all, you know. And, of course, it wasn't burnt. You know, you didn't burn it. They didn't burn the drink, you know, like we used to. Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't flabongo it.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Oh, I haven't. Oh. I had flabongo up until the day I got married in 2009.
I don't even think I could. Wow. Yeah, I could probably shotgun a beer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about fucking the Fubongo.
Oh, man.
That fucker was
Yeah, well, my buddy Brian took me out for the bachelor night, and I led my wife and my soon-to-be sister-in-law and my sisters and the rest of their friends at my house with Fubongo and hard liquor. Dude. Talking about a bunch of fucked up females, bro.
I bet. Dude.
The next morning, we were literally waiting on our wedding to get married because my wife's sister was in the bathroom in the church puking.
Oh man.
Dude, she was yeah, that's a true story. We had to wait to get married for Tawny to puke.
I mean, that Fubongo is a different.
It's a whole different
Yeah.
animal. That was something else. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where it went to.
Well, that's pretty good.
Probably, you know.
I don't even really, to be honest with you, I don't even really drink whiskey or any of that shit anymore, dude. Like,
I drink Coors Light or Bush.
yeah.
I do like Coors, the banquet beer. I do like Coors.
Yeah.
That's usually what I drink. Pheasant Cleaning time is my Coors banquets. The little short stubby
Yeah,
bottle.
buddy. Yeah. Such
Yeah.
a cool label.
And every now and then you'll get some really nice whiskey from hunters that don't want to carry it with them on the way back home. Oh, I got this bottle here. You want this bottle like a tip?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'll sip on that bottle. You know, it's like a whatever names that I've never heard.
Shit.
Fancy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's spicy. Last year I had a bottle that it was spicy, like heartburn thinking about
Yeah. Was it Fireball?
it. No, oh well, no. No, fuck, dude. I got my wife so fucked up on that one night. She fell down 10 times just trying to get in the house. It was
I bet,
funny
dude.
as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't help that there was ice on the ground, but
Ooh.
it's like,
Hopefully she was alright.
Yeah, she was
hurt or
fine.
anything.
oh, she was bruised up on her legs a little bit. But no, she spent the night in the bathroom. She's like, "You're an asshole." I go, "What? I've been in the bathroom all fucking night." I was like, "You're puking. I wasn't gonna bring you to bed."
Just stay in here and puke.
You're okay, you know. I made sure you were breathing, and I made sure your face wasn't in the toilet water, you know. It's just she wakes up in the bathroom. You're a fucking asshole. Yeah.
Well, hey, you were doing a good deed because, I mean, there wouldn't have been puke all over the bed. Bedroom.
Or the floor all the way to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
I mean, good husband.
Good night, dreams, love you. I mean, like I said, I made sure her head wasn't going to go into the damn toilet water. No, we're good. Oh, geez. But yeah, that was the last time she ever. You even talk about that, and she starts gagging.
I bet, dude. That Fireball is so fucking gross.
Yeah.
You know, what was the other one? It's at the top of my head. Aftershock, dude.
You know, I'd like
First
to know.
time I'd had that was with you.
Let's go back farther. Let's see.
Okay.
The first time you had that was in the basement. How the
Yes,
fuck
sir.
did we survive the basement?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't ever remember falling down the stairs. You know, I've seen people fall down those stairs. Have you ever fallen? Did you ever fall down those stairs?
No, sir.
I don't know.
They were
it was
very steep.
getting back up the stairs was the motherfucker. Yeah, oh my God, the basement.
The first time I was there, it was after wrestling. And then Cecil. And then it was like Beaner and Kip. And then I was already downstairs. And then them guys came in. Oh, and Austin Dufresne. Hey, get this dude. Yeah, man, holy shit.
We threw so many parties there. The cop was like, "As long as I don't see anyone driving around, I ain't gonna say nothing." Hubie.
Yeah.
Hubie, you know, he'd be like, "As long as I don't see anybody driving around, I ain't gonna." And he never did. Nobody ever fucked with us when we stayed there.
Yeah.
You know, it was when we drove around and did stupid shit.
There are coyotes everywhere. out there.
Everywhere, man.
Hopefully it picks up on this mic.
Casey goes around with the night scope. And you can see them fuckers plain as
Really?
day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a $5,000 scope too, so
I bet, yeah.
it costs more than
Fucking
the
night
gun.
vision.
Yeah. Gun's probably what, $1,200? The scope, 5, 6, probably more. I don't know, but
Well, shit. Well, before you got here, the old man was talking about one of those fucking silencer things for his fucking rifle.
oh, the suppressors.
Yeah. And just how much it cost and
They
permits and
they actually the cost is a lot less now. They signed that into law.
oh really?
As of July 1st, it should be a lot less. So they dropped the $200 tax, automatic tax on it. It should be, instead of $2,500, it should be down to like $1,800.
I gotcha.
But working at the locker, Wade suppressed all those guns from Sodak Sports in Mitchell. And Wade suppressed them so we didn't have to wear hearing protection all the time. We're shooting all the critters.
Oh, shit.
Because you're butchering, in a week, you'd butcher 10, 12 beef and 10, 15 hogs.
Mm.
2 or 3 sheep maybe. Butchered an email once.
Really?
Fucking right, man. Them things are vicious. They got literal 2.5, 3-inch fucking spurs on the back of their legs, and they reach up and kick at you.
What?
Yeah, they're dangerous. Them birds are dangerous. Butchered an emu. We've
What about
cut
an
up-
ostrich?
no ostrich. Just a live emu, bison.
Fucking live emu. That is out of control.
And it was,
Let's get into that. How did that
some farmer bought some emu, and he heard that the meat was delicious, so he wanted to get them butchered. Well, he brought one in, his last one. I didn't get in on the first couple. I got in on the last one, and yeah, it was quite interesting. He wrung its neck. Can't shoot it because its head's only only that big.
Yeah.
So you get one of those snout snares. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like a hog catcher, and it's like it's a cable on the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then you pull on it,
Yeah.
and then you got to wring their neck.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you got to come in from behind it, because they kick forward. Dangerous kicks. Like Boss Man almost got.
Like
he had
Jean-Claude Van Damme kicks or Bruce Lee kicks?
the Bruce Lee bird, man.
Yeah.
Raleigh, he still had his coveralls several years ago, but there's probably a gash this deep, this wide, all the way down his leg, and went through his pants, and it left scratched him. Like, it was like brand new rubber, hard rubber.
Fuck.
And then it went through the jeans, and it sliced open his skin. But if it wasn't for his rubbers and his jeans, he'd been hurt.
Damn, dude.
Like, they're dangerous. That was like, he was like, he ain't never doing that shit again. Raleigh got his ass kicked by Big Bird's little brother. So yeah, they're just. But yeah, you had to come in behind them and wring their damn necks.
Well, it's still alive.
While it's still alive, just all it takes is one good twist. That's all. You can hear it click too when it pops. Yep, dead now, and then let it flop. Don't get in there until he's done fucking flopping, or he'll get you with those spikes, with those spurs.
I wonder if that's where the term spurs actually come from. I mean, obviously we know that it comes from the cowboy, like spur on.
But they kick forward. No, I mean, and turkeys and pheasants have spurs too.
Oh yeah.
But did you know back in like the 1800s sometime?
No, I don't. But I love
the Australian Army declared war on emus and lost.
Really?
I swear to God.
Wow.
Here, we'll look it up real quick.
The Australian. Wow.
I
hope you fellas are listening to that. 'Cause there are some Australian fellas out of this podcast. This is amazing.
Yeah, let's go. Let's look this up. I'll double check my math here.
Whatever room you want to use, either,
Oh yeah.
So,
Heck yeah.
so I'll just leave that light on over by the bathroom. That way you have.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Going on, cat.
We're just sitting here bullshitting.
It was later than I thought.
Hey, Dad, did you know that Australia engaged in a conflict, humorously dubbed the Emu Army in 1932, where they deployed soldiers with machine guns to control a large population of emus that were damaging crops.
And they lost the war. The humans lost.
There was just something on Facebook, Mitchell 911 News, small pig loose on.
Really? That's funny.
Like, what the fuck?
Come get your pig. Does it got a collar?
So it was 1932. They declared war.
And the light for this is on the here on the thing.
Oh, okay. All right. I gotcha. Thank you.
Did Australia lose a war to emus? Yes. Australia engaged in a conflict humorously dubbed the Emu War in 1932, where they deployed soldiers with machine guns to control a large population of emus that were damaging crops. However, the emus proved difficult to target, and the operation was ultimately unsuccessful, leading to what is often described as Australia losing a war to birds. True story.
I mean, yeah. that is, yeah. I mean,
you can't shoot them in the head. Their head's only this fucking
Yeah.
big. You know, you shoot them in the body, they got so much breast. You know, you ain't gonna kill that big of a bird.
plus you said they fucking claw forward.
They kick forward.
Yeah.
I could show you a video of it. It's hilarious.
Like a kangaroo.
Yep. They jump up, kick forward. They can't kick backwards, but they can kick forward.
I wonder how the army dropped into that. Well, maybe they didn't drop in.
I think they just surrounded the herd and started blasting. So anyways, they started blasting. And they still lost. It was machine guns. How the fuck do you lose like birds with the brain smaller than a golf ball? I mean,
Oh.
That's funny shit. That's what that is. I mean, maybe if they'd have entered the war with shotguns, they'd have had a chance.
Yeah, touche. Yeah.
Just saying, you have to be a little bit closer, but I mean,
Yeah, I wonder what they were using.
Probably just probably a 5 millimeter, 5-6 millimeter swords.
Come here, you sucker.
They'd still lose.
Yeah. Ugh.
They said there was somewhere like 100,000 birds or whatever that was just devastating cropland. I mean, they killed plenty, but they were unable to eradicate them. So they lost a war to birds.
That's insane, man. Dangerous animal. I kind of almost want one now. Just leave it in my front yard. I mean, I would feed it.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good meat, by the way.
Yeah.
They are delicious. Delicious. Absolutely. And then red meat. It's not white meat like a pheasant or it's red meat. I've never seen an ostrich meat. I've eaten mountain lion. That's actually tastier than shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mountain lions, how do you feel about people that hunt mountain lions that just have dogs and chase them up a tree? Do you feel like that's a real hunter or?
12 years ago,
I'm coming in with them hard.
12 years ago, I was down fishing down at 5 Mile, and it was a night kind of like tonight. And I had my headlamp off because the bugs they'd swarm me if you turned your lights on. And I got glow sticks for the end of my fishing poles, and I had my dog. No fire, no nothing, just sitting there in the dark with the glow sticks. I hear a little bit of water, and I look down, and the moonlight just kind of lit up a little bit, but I could see my dog. She went into the water and laid down. I'm like, that's weird. She hates water. Like, she hated water. She wouldn't even step in the water.
Really?
That's fucking weird. Then I heard a noise off to my right. And I clicked my light on, and I look. And the moment I look over, this big cat goes like this, and I was like, you know, I jumped up, and 1, 2, 3 bounds, and it was gone. Never saw it again.
Damn.
3 months later, Brooks Copal caught that son of a bitch, not more than 2 miles from where I was.
Was that I think I seen that picture.
And but it was
or
less than 50 steps away from where I was.
Damn, dude.
And my dog, instead of barking and raising hell, quietly went into the water and laid down. You know, my dog wasn't bred for hunting or anything.
Yeah.
You know, she was just my buddy and shit. But yeah, it was like, you know, that once in 100,000, you know, that cat was right there. I could have shot it and been like, hey, it was chasing me.
Yeah.
But that was the last time I ever went hunting without a gun or fishing without a gun.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
That was, but yeah, it was. And then the next morning, my old man came down. Might still have the picture of it, of the footprint that it left. Might still have it next to my hand. Right there.
Jeez.
That paw is like, you know, I don't got a little hand, but yeah, it was the same size, about the same size as my damn hand.
Them mountain lions, they're fucking ruthless, man.
But this one, she just 1, 2, 3 bounces is all I saw and up, and for the rest of the night, I was like,
yeah, fucking on guard.
I'm going home. I'm done. I'm fucking done for the night, you know. But that was interesting.
I haven't seen it for probably about, I'd say, a year or so. But there's a bunch of cases where mountain lions were coming down into Casper.
Yeah.
And they'd be in, you know, backyards. There was one on the golf course and shit. Damn, that fucker's pretty big.
27 and a half.
Damn.
Got that one. Let's see.
People were like, oh man, there's all these mountain lions coming down. Da, 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 da. And it's like, yeah, they're looking for food. There's fires and stuff up on the mountain. They're just trying to survive. You know what I mean?
You are living in their land. But as far as dogs, you know, I really don't know how much better, because they only allow a certain amount of tags for that.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time you got to hunt without dogs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's, you know, if you got 10, 12 tags, shoot 10, 12 fucking mountain lions. It's not like they're hunting them by the thousands, is what I'm saying. I mean, anybody can go buy a mountain lion tag, but not anybody's going to just see a mountain lion.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, they're hard to, you know, unless some weird shit happens, like you're sitting down by the water in the middle of the night, which it would have been illegal to shoot them some bitch anyway.
Which is crazy, because it's like, man, that fucker's already threatening my life. You know what I mean?
Just sitting there drinking water like a normal fucking cat. Like, it was like, it scared the fuck out of me. Yeah, I wasn't, you know, this one was, that was 15 pounds. That was my daughter when she was born 11 years ago. That was a nice cat.
Heck yeah.
You a 15-pound, 3-ounce northern. It was 41 inches long.
Holy shit.
I got lots of fish. I've caught a lot of fish.
Well, I guess it was a couple of years ago, but went to Wisconsin because that's where my wife's family's from. We were out. Holy shit, dude!
I just keep that buffalo out. The head, and the cape that was hanging. You know, some of the cape's still laying on the ground, but
Yeah.
that head and the cape weighed over 350 pounds.
Holy fuck, dude!
There's the size of that head compared to me.
Yeah, word, man. That's what,
That's
yeah.
a caped out buffalo. That was a big bull, man.
My so my mom's side of the family, they have land in fucking Blunt, and they raise buffalo and well, just all kinds of shit. But yeah, big ass fucking buffalo are an amazing animal.
You know, everybody says they're bigger than beef, but they're really not.
Yeah.
You get the hide off of them and the head off of them, and you know the biggest bison I've ever butchered was this bull, and he was when he hung on the rail after all the guts and head and hide was off of him, at just over 1,000 pounds.
Damn.
You know, that was an old bull. You know, but you know, you had the guts, which are much big. You know, the guts itself and the lungs are much bigger than cattle.
Oh, I bet.
And all that extra weight, you know, then yes, they're bigger than cattle. But once you get all that out of them,
yeah, there's not much.
There's
beef.
not much. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not much muscle.
Gotcha. Crazy.
You know,
I never thought about that.
because the fur, you know, sometimes there's 8 inches of fur on some,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah.
You know, so they look so much bigger. But, you know, the biggest beef I've ever butchered was right around 1,500 pounds. Hanging.
Oh, wow.
So, like, yeah.
So that's probably what, well, dumb question, I guess, but that's probably why fucking when you go to a restaurant or whatever and you go get buffalo burger versus just regular burger, it's more expensive because there's not much beef.
Well, it really is. Beef is readily available.
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of people raising bison.
Yeah.
You know, it's very far and few between. You know, you find people that just raise bison. You know, you got all these feedlots. You know, even around here, you know, Ringling's 10,000 head feedlot. You know, that's 8 to 10,000 cattle. It's readily available.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have feedlots worth of bison like that. So, you know, the biggest bison farm I can think of right offhand is up in Gan Valley, and his name is Jim Luter. You know, and he don't have no 8 to 10,000 head. He's only got a couple thousand at most.
Yeah.
You know, that's high end. You know, he and the butchering. You know, you gotta have young bison, otherwise it's so tough and chewy that you have to grind it to burger.
That could come down pretty quick.
I'll drink another beer.
Yeah. It's nice and quiet out here. Man, we've been going for almost an hour, which is amazing.
Well, when you talk about armies losing wars to birds and buffalo and butchering, it's an interesting subject actually.
And pheasants.
Fucking pheasants.
First butchering episode of Three Wheel Bicycle. Yeah, so when I was driving down here, like anytime when I'd be trying to like listen to music or podcasts, like the internet shit, and then it'd be like doop doop doop, you know what I mean, type shit, and it was like Well, I mean, jammed out to AM radio, but then I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna turn everything off. I'm just gonna hit record on this microphone. So this is part of an episode of past a really loud trucker. It was a pretty cool drive. I seen someone that I went to school with back in the day, and like, are you in town for Arts in the Park? Oh yeah.
You're here in town?
Well, Mitchell,
Oh.
I guess. But yeah, it was crazy. Just Rapid City.
Oh,
gas.
Random, most random
yeah.
bullshit spot.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
hey!
yeah. You gonna be at Arts in the Park? It's like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the weird. Those are the weirdest ones. Just random spots in the middle of fucking bump up to Egypt and be like, hey, I think I know you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just waiting to, clean some birds for some people that I went to school with out in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for it. Because I've cleaned a lot of birds for people from Oregon, but never in the area that I went to school. But, it's
really?
just like, one of these days someone's going to show up.
There, what was it, last week? It doesn't matter. But when I was working at the burger shop, there's South Dakota plate that came in, right? And didn't recognize the county number. But, I'm always friendly, Like, so what are you guys doing after this? We're going out to Jackson. It's a long drive. I was like, yeah, to be honest with you, haven't been out there. Well, we live in Sioux Falls. Like, it's a long drive. And I was like, oh, yeah, shit, I bet. I was like, I'm originally from Mitchell. Get out of here. I was like, I graduated in Platte, South Dakota. Oh, man. And so, like, I don't know, husband, boyfriend, or whatever. And then, so the gal is from Kimball.
Oh.
Yeah. And her boyfriend, husband, has family here in Platte. Mind blown. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I can't get away from you people.
Oh no, dude. No.
It is neat though, it's just knowing. And I run into people that you haven't seen in umpteen years, be like, hey. Living in Florida, that never happened down there, man. When I lived in St. Augustine, it was like,
dude, I forgot that.
Spent a couple of years down there, and it sucked.
Yeah.
The summertime sucked. The winter was nice. But the summertime, no, dude, not my cup of tea. Fucking bugs, dude. And then they call they're goddamn cockroaches that fly, but they call them palmetto bugs.
Okay.
They look just like a giant cockroach, and it's like, you're not gonna tell me that's not a cockroach, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's a palmetto bug. No, fuck that is. That's a cockroach, a flying fucking cockroach. Snakes, and lizards falling out of trees and shit when it gets cold. Literally, they will fall out of trees or off the roof of the house when it gets cold. They don't move. They just freeze up. Not freeze, but they don't have the metabolism to go anymore because it got to 40 fucking degrees.
And they're used to fucking 300 or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. When we got down there, it was in the middle of February. Buddy Brian and I drove down there, and when we left, it was like, I don't remember, it was below zero. It was like 6 below.
Yeah.
And when we pulled into St. Augustine, it was like 60 degrees. Maybe just a touch under. But these fuckers had hoodies on and fucking coats. And I'm like, I'm in shorts. I wanted to go to the beach, dude. It was February. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Everybody's like, you guys are nuts. I'm working with my shirt off, and people are wearing jackets. And, Bert, this is cold, man. You know, one dude, I've never seen snow. I was like, oh, no shit. Couldn't have guessed it. Couldn't have guessed that at all. I was like, you got a great big parka on, fella.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are from Texas that are moving to Wyoming and never seen snow.
Snow or the wind, man. The wind in Wyoming is nuts.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah. There was a couple that I met, but super fucking cool. But they're like, yeah, you know, most people are fucking douchebags. You know what I mean? But they were generally cool fucking people. But they're like, oh, well, we heard there's winter up here, and we've only been here for a couple months, and it really hasn't snowed yet. And I was like, oh,
just fucking wait.
I'm like, yeah.
Just fucking wait.
There's going to be a little time period where it's going to be like 2 days straight, and you're not going to be able to get out of here anywhere.
Yeah, you got down to like 30, 20. It was like maybe single digits down there at one time, and everything went to hell, dude. All their lines froze, the fucking electricity.
Oh, yeah.
That was a couple of years ago, but yeah, it was like...
Negative 34.
Down there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it hit in Texas?
Oh, no, not
no,
Texas,
I was gonna say,
Wyoming.
Yeah, I was going to say, in Texas, I think they're still above zero, and like their infrastructure, their electrical infrastructure shut down, their lines froze, dude, because they had never seen that temperature, and it's like... And then they had to divert some power from us down that way at one time. And it was like the coldest day of the year, you know, with the wind chill. It was like 40 below. And between 30 and 40 below. And they shut our electricity off to divert electricity down south. It's like, what the fuck was that for? Like, fuck them.
Yeah.
No offense to the people down there, but fuck them. Don't shut our shit off. Luckily, I got a fireplace in my little in my house, and that's the only thing that warmed. You know, we all slept in the living room that night.
Dang, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, everything failed down there.
Wow.
They had a big mess. Yeah, and then this year, of course, they got all that flooding. You know, so that was some terrible shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost their lives in that one.
Yeah, man.
You know, last spring, we got all this flooding, and our governor's like, "Oh, good luck."
Yeah. Was that fucking Naomi or whatever?
Christy Noam.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
Dude, I said it on a couple Facebook things or whatever. And I don't give a shit. It's like, you know what? Shut up. Just show us your tits. That's all we want to see.
She's like, well, she sent, I don't know, a few hundred of our guardsmen during that time that they had the flooding, like McCook Lake and over there when the Big Sioux flooded last spring. And during that time, she had sent a couple hundred of our guardsmen. You know, people that would have been better suited to, you know, help our own state.
Oh,
down to the border. And it was like, you know, send some people over there and help these people out. They're losing everything up there in McCook Lake and right around by Dakota Dunes. And you know, what happened was the flooding was heading towards Sioux City. So they diverted the water over to McCook Lake and made McCook Lake just uninhabitable.
Oh, wow. Dude.
Yeah, instead of taking out Sioux City, they took out a smaller town and said, good luck.
Wow.
Serious. Look that shit up. It was dumb. Like, you know, I was happy with the way she did the COVID thing, you know, let us do our own thing.
Yeah.
You know, I was happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, it pissed me off after we had voted to pass recreational marijuana. She fought tooth and nail to take that away. You know, luckily she kept the medical marijuana, but we had passed recreational marijuana in this state.
Oh yeah, and then what the hemp thing? There was the hemp thing that one time. Oh man, it's been a long time, but wasn't it when the hemp came
Through the state.
Yeah, and then she fucking vetoed it right away, or whatever.
You can't bring it through our state.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
You know, it's just some of the dumbest shit. I've never seen someone just high beat his old lady. I've never seen someone just high get into a high-speed car accident. I've never seen someone just high do anything other than fucking demolish a bag of Cheetos. You know, it's like you mix the weed with alcohol, and that's when you get, you know, the alcohol.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Weed's not even legal in Wyoming.
Yeah, it's not even the medical.
Nope.
Yeah, you can get a card here.
It's cowboys.
Yeah.
And that's the other crazy thing to me too. So, I fucking hate to say this because it's a pride thing, you know what I mean? And shit, but dude, I gotta do the disability shit. My hips are fucked, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Been battling with it for 2 years now. Got denied because I don't have a paper trail, because I didn't go to the doctor all the time, so that way they can see it. And you know what they want to do? They want to put me on medication, obviously.
Oh.
And I did it 2 times. The one time I was on Percocet after I got my hip replaced. A week of that, because, like, my mood, everything fucking changed.
Yep.
My fucking 2-year-old daughter at the time, like, if she would fucking walk across the fucking living room, I'd get pissed off about it.
Go sit your ass down.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then I don't remember what else they put me on, but, like, after that shit, it was like, no, I'm not fucking taking any here. But, I don't know. It's just sad when, I don't know, people fucking get disability and they don't fucking need it, you know what I mean? And here I am, fucking rocking Arts in the Park this weekend. You know what I mean? I'm the starving artist. High five.
Starving artist,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. People with legs gone, been denied disability, man. I mean, I've seen it. It's real. It's unless you go hire a lawyer, you're not gonna.
You know, it's. Thank you for that. Speaking of that, so you know what the attorney told us?
What's that?
Is that unless you have the paper trail and everything, you have no leg to stand on, essentially. And yeah.
So even having your hips replaced, it didn't make a difference.
No,
Hips.
because I don't have the fucking paper trail of constantly going in there and seeing the doctor
Complaints.
and being on the fucking meds.
It's because I can't fucking afford to go to the doctor.
Word.
Yeah.
The other thing too, it's like, man, I don't like the way that shit fucking makes me feel, or any of that. Also, it doesn't fucking help anything.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just, hey, I tell you what, you know, it'd be super easy as if you would just replace the other one, and then I can just get on with my life. You know what I mean? I can ride dirt bikes again. I can go play with my kids. Fucking. That's all I want. Easy peasy. You know what I mean? Don't have to go any. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking all trash.
This is a pretty nice house. I haven't been out here since he built this. remember being over there a few times.
Yeah.
I remember the party spot across the way when that bridge was broke?
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know how fucked we'd have been if the cops would have came
Yeah,
down.
dude.
There was no
No.
way out. No way out. What the fuck were we thinking? We knew what we were doing, but what were we thinking?
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
man, fuck, stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No way in, no way out.
The one way out, one way out, one way in. And the moment, no, shit, you weren't gonna jump across that motherfucker. Remember that time down Wheeler? That was one way in, one way out. And we slept on the beach that night, fuck underneath a bunch of bushes. Joe found us that next morning before we finally came out, cause
And then watched his vehicle
get
get towed.
Yeah.
And the next day I went to fucking jail. I remember that. Went and got paid from the pizza ranch. Got some fucking Captain Morgan. Went out to the fucking not Dock 44. It's on the other side. That fucking beach or whatever. I don't remember what the name of that fucking sheriff's name was. That gal. Native lady. Anyway, fucking. You're on house arrest. This doesn't look like your house. I'm like, what the fuck?
Fucking cop shows up in my house. This says you're a runaway.
Oh, yeah.
What? He said he was out, man.
Yeah.
And
I apologize.
you're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I was like, what the fuck? Shit.
Yeah, I apologize.
He showed up and you spent, I don't know, 3-4 days there. And then fucking Huey shows up, says you got a fugitive in your house. What? Stevie Vanderheiden in there, and I'm like, I didn't know what to say. I was dumbfounded, dude. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You said you got out. I didn't know that you fucking ran away. Otherwise.
And you know what's crazy, man? Is like I look back on that shit now, and it's like,
why? Why? I remember that night very clearly. It was like, if you'd have said no, I'd have arrested you for aiding and abetting. I'm like, what?
oh no shit.
What? He told me he got out, man. He didn't tell me you ran away from a halfway house.
Yeah, like why the fuck did I do it? You know what I mean?
I just remember you showing up. Hey, what's up, man? I just saw you got out of jail just like every other time. Because one time I remember it was the dumbest fucking thing, like a bad headlight or some shit. We were coming back from the roads. And I was sober. I should have been driving. But you're like, no, I'm good. I was sober because I was under 21 still. Because I would have ended up going to jail. I know I would have, because it was fucking Cheney. He had a hard on for me. And he searched through my cigarettes, man. He took out my Lucky cigarette and fucking crumpled it up.
What a hypocrite.
All right.
What a hypocrite.
No shit.
Now.
After what
Word, man.
His fucking old lady had meth and shit, and he was giving it to her. He was taking meth from the fucking...
And he was dicks to all of us.
all of us. Just the weed and drink. And it was like, he's giving his old lady fucking rigs to shoot meth with. It was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? And every time he tried to fucking get me for something, I stayed clean every time. Luckily, every time he busted me. Yeah, it was like, well, he never busted me because he couldn't find nothing. I was always sober when he pulled me over. Yeah, I never carried when he pulled me over, or the people I was with. He sure did fucking want to get me in trouble for something. Yeah, then I moved back from Florida, and you were already gone. You must have been in Penn. You must have been in Penn then, when I moved back from Florida. And I don't know. I was here for a week, and Christensen came up and said, "I got a warrant for your arrest." I'm like, "What the fuck did I do?" Yeah, well, all those bad checks I wrote to get the alcohol and whatever else we partied with back in the day came back and bit me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, all of them. They're like $2,000, $2,500 worth of fraudulent checks. But the old man, Doug, he paid for that and got me out, and I've been pretty straight ever since.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it's like, I don't like spending time in jail. No,
Yeah,
sir.
likewise. Last time I did time was...
Didn't you shoot an antelope or some shit?
No, sir. I was accused of it. An accessory. So, yeah.
How many years have you done total?
I did a year and a half.
Year and a half straight?
Year and a half straight. But since I was 15 years old, all the way to 27, I've been fucking in and out of that bullshit. Fuck that shit. I did, 7 days, few years ago for fucking DUI. And, yeah. I'm so grateful that I did not have children, around that time. Yeah, just those little 7 days. I fucking wasn't there for Mabry's fucking second birthday. Hired a lawyer, and was in front of the judge. You know what I mean? This ain't no thing to me. You know what I mean? I know how this shit goes.
Yeah, I know how this works.
You know, and the judge is like, all right, it's a mandatory 7 days. How does your client want to do it? Does he want to, do the weekends or whatever? He wants to do it 7 days straight. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, I mean, I'm fine with it, but like, my daughter's birthday is in like a couple days, so like, let's do the weekend shit. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, after that, it's just fucking, I don't know. The cage is for a bird. You know what I mean?
Cage is for something other than us.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I still have no idea why I decided to run away from that fucking halfway house or fucking do any of that shit.
How the fuck did you get to Platte after the halfway house? I never did figure that one out.
I'm not gonna say any names.
No,
because
no
I'm
names.
I'm not gonna edit this.
Oh,
People. Yes. Yeah. 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 Got off work at the McDonald's. There on, I don't remember, what was it, 41st. Man, I had to fucking walk there from the halfway house. I was fucking quite a ways. Yeah, it's fucking pretty wild. Pretty wild. That one guy, it was crazy when I went to jail that one night. I'll never fucking forget this. When they was booking me in, the one guy goes, "Oh, I remember seeing you last night." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Where the fuck did you see me?" Because obviously I know where the fuck I was at, but he's like, "I saw you at the Jackpot in Mitchell." And I'm like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here, man." It's not at the Jackpot. Yeah, fucking wild. Glad that shit's over.
Yeah, I open the door and there's fucking Hubert standing there. Steve Vanderheiden here? Now look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he just fucking walks right in. And I'm like, and I don't know, he came back and he says, you know, if you'd told me no, I'd have arrested you for aiding and abetting a fugitive. I'm like, what? What?
I'm sorry.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Because I didn't know what to say. I guarantee I had that deer in the headlight look. Cause what?
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry I put you through that shit, man. Yeah. Like, I know what the fuck you're here for, man. Fucking go outside. There's fucking, I don't know, there was a few of them sitting out there.
Yeah, in front of my house. I was like, damn. Fucking, yeah, he told me that you ran away from a halfway house. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, dude. If I'd have known, I'd have said no. But you were sitting right on the couch.
Yeah.
He looked right at you. He saw you. There was no nodding.
Are you blind?
Stevie Vanderheiden here? Yeah. Yeah, he walked right in the fucking house. There was no, may I come in? It was, whoa. Never seen Hubert like that. You've never seen Hubert like that wanting to make a collar. He fucking waddled his ass in there. He passed away recently.
I seen that. Hey, oh.
He was always a good cop, though.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
if
sir,
you weren't
he
doing
was.
something stupid, he would leave you be.
Yep. And here's another story about Hubert. So when I was at Mike Durfee, I got a little scar on the back of my head. Fucking when they took me to the hospital, Hubie was the one that fucking took me there.
Was it?
Yeah. And he was fucking so cool. He's like, I'm not even gonna cuff you. It's like, oh. Yeah, he was a cool motherfucker.
I remember getting arrested for $1. I had a warrant out for my arrest for $1. It was Stoner, Brian, and Joe, and I were all down at the river fishing. And
Did you see that? Fucking bug is. One for you, one for me.
all right,
Down at the river. I do remember this now. Parking your car on the beach or whatever.
Yep, and they got me an unlawful use of land. Well, I sent in my fine, but it was like, I don't know the exact amount, it was $80-some. And I sent in $1 less than what the fine was for. And motherfuckers came and arrested me for $1.
No shit.
$1. Took me down, fingerprinted me. I paid my buck, and I was gone. I didn't pay my $1. My father paid the $1. Not the old boy Doug, but my father, my actual father.
Steve.
Yep. Well, he was bitching me out. Oh, well, now you got a record and this and that, and I was like, okay, it was $1. It was a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
You know, I paid the rest. It was $1. Even Floyd couldn't believe it. Yeah, and I rode in the front seat all the way down there. They never handcuffed me one time. They fingerprinted me and made me sit on the bench there until the old boy, until my father came and got me, because they wouldn't let me pay it out of my pocket.
Really?
Yep.
That's fucking.
I mean, I had money in my pocket. I could have paid it, but they wouldn't let me pay it. They had to call my dad. So he came down and got me. Maybe it was because they didn't want to give me a ride back to Platte. I don't know.
Dude, fuck that jail, man.
Fuck that jail.
Fuck that jail.
I went sideways a few years ago. I was going to do something stupid. And before they sent me to Sioux Falls, they locked me in a fucking windowless room with fucking padded walls and shit. Because I was going to take a bunch of pills and just be done with it. Because I was done with life. Yeah, that was, I got treated worse then than I ever did getting arrested for the fraud or the warrant.
No shit.
Yeah, I got treated way worse. I got shackled and everything. I spent probably 6 hours in that fucking little fucking room, dude. It was so, I was so mad. I was like, man. Because they brought me to the hospital here. They caught me. I was behind the lake. I was going to do it there. And I don't know, for some reason, I don't know what happened, but they found me. Brought me to the hospital. I spent a couple hours there. And Brandon, the chief, he took me down there. I sat in the front seat, not handcuffed or anything, just bullshitting. Fucking, I get there, they put me in shackles right away. You know, SI, suicidal intentions.
Yeah.
They shackled me up and threw me in that room, and I sat there for like 6 fucking hours. And it was like, this is some bullshit. Yeah, and they fucking kept me shackled, took me to the behavioral health thing, spent 7 days there, and I was like, when I was sitting there, I met some really cool dudes. You know, one dude, he was a war vet. Dude, I ain't got problems.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't got problems. They got problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about, you know, it was just him and I, and I told my cousin he committed suicide because he was just Terry.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyways, he was like, yeah, dude, the cleanup was what got most of us. I was like, cleanup? He goes, yeah, after the bombings, after the firefights, you'd go clean up body parts. Not bodies, but, and then it would be children and women, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problems. that opened my eyes to like,
Yeah.
I don't have fucking problems.
You know, hey, cheers to good conversations on the porch. And another thing I fucking realized too, man, it might sound fucking stupid, but it's really cool that we're sitting here talking about shit like this. Because I got a fucking story for you too, man. Like, and I don't think I someone's rolling down there. So when I was in jail, in fucking Charles Mix,
That's a shithole.
it is.
It's a shithole.
It was when I was waiting on fucking my prison sentence, and I fucking took one of them Bic razors and I fucking slit my wrist because them native boys were, yeah, you can go to the psych ward, you know what I mean,
You know,
type shit, and
get some good drugs.
well, not only that, you can get time off your sentence because obviously, you know what I mean, something's wrong with you, fucking type shit. Dude. Fuck that. And Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you
That
think
little-
you got problems?
That little holy moly, like God rest their fucking souls because they went through so much. But man, they couldn't even have your own clothes.
Nope.
Or whatever.
Strings, no
Yep.
strings.
Grandma and Grandpa fucking brought clothes up there and all that shit and fucking there are some pretty crazy people in there, obviously, because and you could like walk around in there.
Dude, that's all you could do is walk around. You know, if it was in wintertime, you ain't going outside, but luckily mine was during the spring, so we were able to go outside and have an hour of out time side a day. You know, that is like, it ain't much different than being in jail, except you get a better bed and you're not behind bars.
Yeah.
It really isn't. And you're with some people that have real problems. Like,
well, you know, the other crazy thing too is, so that would have been the second time I was there. The first time I was there was well, we were just talking about a little bit ago with the fucking when I got in trouble and you should have drove after the Rose thing, and then I went to fucking treatment after that. But yeah, dude, with the treatment aspect, you got a little more like freedom,
leniency,
but like, holy moly, like there was this one dude that would sit there like on like the one bench, and he would just talk. Well, you know, and oh man, after thinking about it, is it really that crazy to talk to yourself? I do it to.
I do it all the time.
Word, yeah.
And sometimes I fucking answer myself.
Yeah.
It's like, I should. Yeah. No, I do it all the time.
Yeah, so maybe that guy really wasn't crazy.
Sometimes people act crazy, act that way just to make it, you know. Some people act that way to keep people away from them.
Oh yeah.
You remember Dave Slutton?
Dude, that was just
I don't think he was nearly as crazy as he let off to be.
Really?
You know, he even told Terry one time, you know, it's a lot of work making people think I'm as crazy as I am, you know.
Yeah,
he knew everybody too. He knew everybody's goings and whereabouts.
No bullshit. I was in jail with him. He was in the other pod, but a lot of them native dudes were like, man, this guy's crazy. Like, he'll just jump down and be like, I'm gonna get him, and all that. But
well, everybody left him alone, didn't they?
yeah.
That's what he wanted. He didn't want people in his life. He wanted to be left alone.
But why the fuck did he walk around in other people's shit and put weird fucking...
To me,
yeah,
you know,
true, man.
You know, the more the crazy, you know, he swept 44's parking lot forever too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You know, he knew me. He would have a cordial conversation with you. I don't know if you've ever sat and talked to him, but
no,
you'd sit and have if he knew you, you'd have a cordial conversation. But he didn't like people around him. You know, yeah, he went through some shit. Maybe he had.
He said he was like I guess I didn't like personally talk to him, but I guess from
he was a medic in Vietnam.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm sure he had some issues.
Yeah.
Especially with having a lot of people around him, I'm sure that freaked him out.
Oh yeah.
But as far as him acting that way, I don't think he was as crazy as he put out.
Yeah.
Was he crazy? I'm sure a little bit. I mean, Vietnam made a lot of people crazy.
Yeah.
But was he as crazy as everybody said? No, I don't think so.
Just trying to get attention.
Attention, or just people leave them alone. You
Yeah.
know, nobody ever fucked with them.
It is a strange way to not have people fuck with you, though, I guess.
It's either that or, you know, make threats.
Yeah, very
You know, instead of threatening them, he was just like scaring them, being like, he's nuts, stay away from that dude.
Do you remember when he had those fucking milk jugs in his tree? Insane. He put them out there on the other side of the fucking pasture too, and would leave shit in the. Well,
tied shoes up on the fucking fence post.
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa always said he was fucking really good dude.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a very cordial guy. He just.
Hopefully we got that on there.
Next time I'll set it right there, and they get a real good one. I'm to that age where you just fucking close your eyes and pray.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah.
Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Fuck. All the stupid shit we did.
Yeah. I know, right?
I can't believe we survived half of it.
I know, man. And which is, well, because obviously we're fucking badass, you know what I mean? But
I mean, just
either or, the thing that I fucking, I don't know, thrive off of, I guess, is like, y'all thought I was going to be a piece of shit for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? And like,
everybody that knew you knew you. It wasn't like that, I don't think. I think it was just, man, he's probably going to go to jail for a long time if he doesn't keep his shit together. You know?
Well, no, not here, I guess, in Mitchell. And like, I don't know how to explain it, man. But
fucking thumping tunes in the fucking Cougar, going 110 down the roads everywhere.
yeah.
You know, that was, you know, surviving that was, you know, I guarantee your guardian angels were tired as fuck after us.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then I got older and I slowed down. Fucking mosquito bit me. I got West Nile. That shit almost killed me. Fucking 4 days in the ICU on that. Fucking nasty shit. Some people get West Nile and they don't even know it. You know, mine, it fucked with my nervous system and shit. And that was in 2016. 2018, I got bit by a fucking rattlesnake out in Custer State Park.
Holy shit. They just come out of nowhere?
No, okay. Yeah, there's the visitor center at Custer State Park. In the middle of Custer State Park, there's a visitor center. Up behind the visitor center, there's like a cave with bars on it. So I took my kids and my wife, and we hiked up there and went and checked it out, and I rattled the bar, and I felt something just roll down my leg. I didn't feel the bite. And then I heard the zzz. I looked down, oh, fucking rattlesnake. And my daughter, she was like 5, was like,
oh, yeah.
So I grabbed her and I gave her a whoop, and she rolled down the hill a little ways. I said, snake! And we get down to the bottom of the hill, safe spot, you know, and I'm looking behind my leg, you can see where it bit me. Fuck! And by the time we got to the hospital, from the bite marks, I had a 4-inch black and blue mark. You know, I was like, yeah, he definitely got me. Weird shit is, I had antibodies in my blood. You don't get that unless you've been bit by a snake before.
Okay.
Well, one time when I was in high school, I remember I thought I had a sliver in my finger.
Mm-hmm.
After a day, my buddy and Bryce and I, we were out fucking with rattlesnakes, and I just thought I got a thorn in my finger because it got all swelled up and pussy, and it finally just kind of went away. Turns out I had already, they feel as if I've already been bit by a snake because I had the antibodies in my system.
Mm-hmm.
before they gave me, you know, because they tested my blood. Like, you definitely got poison in you. You know, they're like, no shit.
Yeah. That was just bad.
Well, sometimes they had good dry bites. Like a rattlesnake will bite you, but
gotcha.
won't inject venom.
So it's just like a fucking toot toot. Little warning shot.
Little bite.
Yeah.
But I had venom in my blood, so they knew I had. But I ended up having antibodies, so, you know, a couple of years prior, I had probably already been bit by a snake.
Yeah.
Just didn't even know it. Well, that's the only time I can think of was when my finger was like the size of a golf ball, and I just thought it was a fucking thorn or something. It was,
Yeah.
So, you know, I only needed, okay, so a dose is several vials of antibodies, of anti-venom. You know, so like a dose of antivenom is like 10 or 15 or 20 vials.
Okay.
All right, they only used a couple of vials before they realized that I had antibodies in my blood already. But either way, that whole dose was already. It cost $60,000
Holy shit.
for my snake bite. It was a $60,000 bill.
Damn.
And I drove most of the way from Custer State Park. I drove to about 6 miles just outside of Rapid, and I did it in 22 minutes.
Damn.
I was flying, dude.
I
you know, and we had, it was. I had the emergency. I had 911 on the phone. You know, and they said, you know, deputies are alerted. They're alerted to your position. They're heading your direction. Just keep going. You know, get to the hospital as quick as you can.
Yeah. Fucking hammer.
So I hammered down. Around the corners. The kids in the back not saying a word. They're like. And I got 6 miles outside of Rapid, and I started getting all fuzzy. Like, not right. I'm not doing too good. Okay. The ambulance and the state trooper are 2 miles out. They'll be there in a minute. And it's like, okay, pull over. I was like, so I pulled over, gave him the mile marker. You know, my wife's like, I've never drove in Rapid. Well, the trooper stayed behind and gave her, you know,
fuck yeah.
you know, follow me, I'll get you to him, you know. And I was worried about her while I was in the back of the ambulance. I was like, I need my kids, wife and kids.
Yeah,
Like,
word.
she don't know anything about Rapid. And it's like, you need to worry about you. Let us worry about them. We'll worry about you and them, you know. So the state trooper gave her a, you know, she followed the trooper to the hospital. And it was funny because I was talking to a guy about buying some weed, man. Right? just before this happened, guess what? The old lady went down and she, yeah, we got her smoking.
Yeah.
So the next day, you know, I was like, I'm good. They did some more tests, so they let me out, and I was able to go back to work on Monday.
Oh, that's good.
I got bit on a Saturday, and I went back to work on a Monday, but I should have waited a couple days, man, because it's still
Really?
not right. Yeah, it was rough. But I went back to butchering.
When you're talking about the fucking eyes being fuzzy type shit, dude. Well, it was a few weeks ago or whatever, but dude, I don't know how many more hits I can take to the head, my dude. So, opening day of the Casper Spuds game, super stoked for it and everything. And obviously, my leg is like fucked up, right? And I hate to blame everything on that, but I'm like going up the fucking stairs. And dude, I wadded myself up, fucking slammed down hard as shit. And then like I got up, and I'm like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm
like,
good.
oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm
good.
like, I'm
I'm good.
good. I'm good. Get up there, and Jessica and Mabry are fucking sitting there, you know. And I'm still, you know, like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Jessica's like, you hit pretty hard. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking. And then all of a sudden, like, my vision started getting super fucking blurry, dude.
Yep.
And then I started fucking sweating so bad. And Jessica's like, are you okay? Are you all right, babe? And I'm like,
No, I'm hurting like
I'm
a
like,
motherfucker
I'm
right now.
like, I'm all right. I'm all right. And I fucking did it for like 5 more minutes. And then just like sitting there watching the game and then just like listening to everything. And I'm like,
I gotta get
all
out
right,
of
babe.
here.
I'm like, all right, babe. We need this. That old getting old fucking. But I mean, I guess it's not getting old. I fucking wadded myself up, but it's hard to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I
I was down fishing one time. Something like that happened. I was up down by Veronics and I was fishing with Kevin Hedrick. I don't know if you met Kevin. I'm sure you have. Big tall guy. Junior bought his Toyota from him, one of his Toyotas from him. From California. From California. Anyways, we were down there fishing at Veronics and I slipped on a rock and boom, hit my hip like real bad. And yeah, the same thing. It was, I didn't get blurry or nothing. It hit my head. It was just my hip. But I laid down on my head and everything down on the picnic table that was up there. Sweated like I was soaked my clothes sweat. He's like, "Are you all right?" Let me be for a minute. You know? He's just let me be. You know, it took probably half an hour, and I was like, oh, I could finally breathe like a deep breath again. And then it was like 3 days later, I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to go piss, getting old to bitch. I threw my legs off the side of the bed, and my legs went numb. And I hit the ground. So it felt like something blew. I thought my kidneys blew up.
Damn.
You know, oh, so much pain. Couldn't wake my wife up. Could not wake her ass up because she takes sleeping meds because she's bipolar. Well, fuck. Couldn't get her awake, so I drove myself to the hospital. I crawled up the fucking ramp, and I get in there, and I was like, I think my kidneys blew up. Something happened. Man, it was bad. Turns out I ruptured, like, in my thoracic vertebrae there, it was like 2, 3, 4, and 5. I ruptured all 3 or 4 discs in my back at one time. And it was like, well, we took the CT, your kidneys look fine, but out of the corner you could see your discs bulging out. Like, and that was like, oh, and you got a broken hip. I didn't know I broke my hip. I went to work and everything, and it was like, oh. It's kind of, you know, I gimped along for a couple of days, and then that night when I went to go take that piss, I threw my legs off, and all my discs just. Oh, I thought so. It felt like something popped in my back, is what it felt like. Oh my God, this is not good. You know, and I called my wife. They weren't letting me out of the hospital that day. I ended up calling her at 6 o'clock, woke her up finally. She said, "Where are you?" I had to drive myself to the hospital. What? You know, it's like, I tried waking you up, but I couldn't. You were out. And she was like, "I will be right there." So she came down. And it was like, and then they ended up sending me up to Sioux Falls to a back specialist. And they're like, well, you know, that's when I found out I have disc degenerative disease. So my discs, like from my tailbone up, like very bottom, I have no discs. It's just back on bone, and it's just growing up my back. but my back was so weak from the fall. I'm assuming the fall that it just when I getting old. Fuck. But yeah, as soon as I threw my legs off the side of the bed and I it just felt like a pop. It wasn't like your back would crack. It was just a pop. And one of my discs was completely ruptured, and the other ones were bulging, which means I have
Bulging disc.
yeah. Yeah. So like one side of my back had no disc, and the rest of it was like bulged out of the other side. Yeah, it took probably 6 months for my back to go to where I could walk decent and bend and pick up. But
The old man just got fucking surgery on his foot, so he can actually fucking walk like flat-footed on the one side, which
so it was
how it was kind of wadded up or whatever, but crazy.
Yeah, it was like, that all happened around about the time of my snake bite, and the West Nile, and the sow tore my knee up. I tore my MCL, my PCL,
So it's just all fucking piling up at once.
all at once, like between 2016 and 2019. Everything just check engine light came on, and nothing ever got a permanent fix yet. Still on. But
So there it was. Your bonus episode of your favorite podcast, Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast, to be exact. Thank you, Rob, for being a champ and, giving all these wonderful, fine folks a little bit more info on this wonderful bird, the pheasant, and just what you've been up to, man. But thank you again. Apologize to all of these wonderful listeners if the audio is a little... I was recording it on my Samsung phone. But either or, stay tuned. We're going to have another episode coming up at some point in time. Some of you may complain this episode is longer than others, but if you listen to any of the other mainstream podcasters, a lot of theirs go to 3 to 4 hours long. Either or, hopefully, you learned something, laughed. That's all that matters. I'm Stevie V, and I'm out of here.